Hello students, myself Parminder Kaur, lecturer chemistry from Government Senior Secondary School, Drolipai, District Moga. Today I am going to explain the chapter chemical bonding and the topic is molecular orbital theory and the linear combination of atomic orbital. Student, first of all, we should know why we need molecular orbital theory. As hybridization does not exist in H2, why a bond break like N2 and cannot explain the paramagnetism of simple oxygen molecule. Students, in molecular orbital theory, consider the H2 molecule consisting of two atoms A and B. Each hydrogen atom in the ground state has one electron in the 1s orbital, combines to give two molecular orbital. One is known as bonding molecular orbital and the other is called anti-bonding molecular orbital. Students, in molecular orbital theory also explains about the bond order. Bond order is defined as the one half of the difference between number of electrons present in the bonding and the anti-bonding orbital, and also about the bond strength. Greater is the bond order, more will be the bond strength. Now, what are the conditions for combining the atomic orbital? First is the atomic orbital of different atoms having similar energy and proper orientation merges to form molecular orbital. As the energy gap increases, overlap becomes difficult. Either axial or the parallel overlap is possible. Like SS combination gives sigma bond and PZ also combines to give sigma PZ, and S and PZ combination is possible. And the PX gives pi bond, which is a lateral or the parallel overlap, but no overlap is possible in the PX and the PZ. Second condition is number of molecular orbital formed is equal to the number of atomic orbitals. Number of molecular orbital having higher energy than the orbitals merging is equal to the number of orbitals having lower energy. Next, increase in the energy of antibonding molecular orbital is more than the decrease in energy of bonding orbital. So, the species having zero or the negative bond order does not exist. Students, in our course, we will study about the homonuclear diatomic molecules for the elements up to atomic number 10. Students, we should know that sigma bond is formed by the end-to-end overlap of bonding orbital along the internuclear axis. 1s atomic orbital on the two atoms form two molecular orbital designated as sigma 1s and sigma star 1s. In the same manner, 2s and the 2s orbital combines to give sigma 2s and the sigma star 2s, and the 2pz and the sigma star 2pz. But on the other hand, PX overlap gives pi 2px and the pi 2p pi star 2px, and the py overlap gives pi 2py and the pi star 2py combination. The energy The energy level of these molecular orbitals have been determined experimentally for the homonuclear diatomic molecules. The increasing order of energy of the various molecular orbital for the O2 and F2 is sigma 1s less than sigma star 1s less than sigma 2s, which is less than the sigma star 2s, which is less than the sigma 2pz, and which is less than pi 2px, which is equal to pi 2py, and the less than pi star 2px equal to pi star 2py anti-bonding molecular orbital, which is less than the pi star 2pz orbital. Students, this sequence of energy level of the molecular orbital is not correct for the remaining molecules like lithium molecule, beryllium molecule, boron and carbon and the nitrogen molecules, means up to atomic number 7. The increasing order of energy of the various molecule is here there is due to the sp mixing, the energy of the sigma 2pz becomes more than the pi 2px and the pi 2py. Now, what are the features of molecular orbital theory? Electron in the molecules are present in molecular orbitals. Atomic orbitals of comparable energy and proper symmetry combines to form molecular orbital. Next, atomic orbital is monocentric, whereas the molecular orbital is polycentric. Number of molecular orbital formed is equal to number of combining atomic orbitals. Students, there are two types of molecular orbitals, bonding molecular orbital and the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Bonding molecular orbital has the lower energy and the more stability than the corresponding anti-bonding molecular orbital. Electrons probability distributed around the group of nuclei in the molecule is given by molecular orbital. Molecular orbitals are filled according to the Aufbau principle, Pauli exclusion principle and the Hund's rule. Now students, linear combination of atomic orbital means combining atomic orbitals. The conditions are they must have same or nearly same energy, must have the same symmetry about the molecular axis, must overlap to the maximum extent. Linear combination of atomic orbitals forming combination of wave functions which are in the same phase that gives constructive interference and which are out of phase gives destructive interference. Linear combination of atomic orbitals gives two type of molecular orbital which I discussed earlier, that is bonding molecular orbital and the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now what are the difference between bonding and the anti-bonding molecular orbital? Bonding molecular orbital electron density increases in the internuclear axis, whereas in the anti-bonding electron density decreases in the internuclear axis. In the bonding, molecular orbitals are formed by addition of atomic orbital, whereas anti-bondings are formed by the subtraction of atomic orbitals. Bonding molecular orbitals may or may not have nodal plane, but anti-bonding molecular orbital always have nodal plane. These are represented by sigma 1s, sigma 2pz, pi 2px and pi 2py, whereas anti-bonding are represented by pi sigma star 1s, sigma star 2pz, pi star 2px and pi star 2py. Now sigma and the pi molecular orbital. As we discussed earlier, these are sigma are formed by head-on overlapping which are symmetrical around the bond axis, while pi orbital are sidewise overlapping, which are asymmetrical around the bond axis. Molecular orbital energy diagram for the various molecules like H2, He2. In the H2 molecule, which is formed by the combination of two hydrogen atoms. Each hydrogen atom has one electron in the 1s orbital. Therefore, in all there are two electrons in the hydrogen molecule which are present in sigma 1s molecular orbital. So, the configuration is sigma 1s 2. Now, question is, which of the following statement is correct regarding the molecular orbital theory? The options are: an energy of the bonding orbital is less than the antibonding orbital, energy of the bonding orbital is more than antibonding molecular orbital. Next option is bonding orbitals are monocentric, and the last option is bonding orbitals follow n+1 rule. Now, these are the pictures of the various shapes of sigma 1s and the sigma star 1s, which are in the constructive, which are formed by constructive or the destructive interference. These are the shapes of sigma 2pz, which is formed by the combination of 2pz atomic orbital which are in phase. If they are out of phase, they form sigma star 2pz. These are the pictures of out of phase. Next, these are the shapes of pi 2px and pi 2py, which are formed by the combination of pi orbitals in phase or out of phase. Now, molecular orbital diagram for the electrons less than 14 electrons in the system. Molecular orbital, we will study about the diagrams for the molecular orbital pictures for the O2 N2 molecules. First, there is an example of He2. In the helium molecule, the electronic configuration is 1s2. Each helium atom contains 2 electrons. So, He2 there would be 4 electrons. These electrons will be accommodated in sigma 1s and sigma star 1s, and the configuration will be sigma 1s2 and the sigma star 1s2. These are the pictures of the helium molecule, molecular orbital of helium molecules. Now, for the oxygen atom, oxygen molecules, the electronic configuration of the oxygen is 1s2, 2s2 and the 2p4. Each oxygen atom has 8 electrons. Hence, in the oxygen molecule there are 16 electrons. The electronic configuration is shown on the picture. From the electronic configuration, it is clear that 10 electrons are present in bonding orbital and the 6 electrons are present in antibonding molecular orbital, and the bond order will comes out to be 2. So, it is a diatomic molecule. These are the energy level diagram for the O2 molecule. Next, this is the questions related to the energy level diagram for the O2 molecule. Now, what does the molecular orbital tells? These are the various applications which we study. These are bond order, bond length, stability, existence of molecule and the magnetic character. Students, magnetic vector can be explained as if there are unpaired electron, the substance will be paramagnetic. If there are paired electron, the substance will be diamagnetic. Now bond order, as we know that it is the half of the difference between the number of electron in the bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbital electrons. These are the further MCQ questions related to the topic. We can calculate the bond order for the O2, N2 and the various. These are the calculations for the bond order, which is a shortcut to find the bond order. Next are questions related to the bond order. Bond order, if there is bond order tells about the existence of molecule. If the bond order is 0 or negative, it means molecule does not exist, as the example is He2 molecule. Because the bond order is 0, so He2 does not exist. Bond order also tells about the bond strength, stability and the bond length, bond dissociation energy. Greater is the bond order, greater will be the bond dissociation energy. Magnetic behavior. There are two types of magnetic behavior, paramagnetic and the diamagnetic. If all the molecular orbitals are singly occupied, means substance is paramagnetic. If they are doubly occupied, the substance is diamagnetic. Students, these are the various applications of the molecular orbital theory. You can practice the various questions related to the topic. I hope you understand the topic very well. Thank you.